people talk to me about this show, and the show's been growing, knock on wood, I couldn't be happier. But what people like is they feel the editorial standards are actually higher because we don't have what you said, that corporate infrastructure,
No.
agenda and bias. And I can tell you, Drew, I don't get, I mean, managing editor's tough, and she wants things to be buttoned up, and she wants to make sure the sources are sound. But rarely do I get a veto on the content.
Well, to be fair, John, it was weird. I that was the way I felt about HLN for a long time. No one ever told me what to talk about.
Right.
But it was interesting when the heat went up during the campaign. Suddenly, that seemed to change a little bit.
It did.
And it got very uncomfortable.
Well,
and I was surprised.
Yeah, there was that situation there where all you did was comment on what you observed as a physician for many years, and I would argue, one of the best known physicians in the world. Your brand has been a big brand for a long time. And all you did was make an innocuous comment. And look, full disclosure, you and I had that conversation. We all had dinner after I was on your show one night. And we had that comment, I don't know, about a month or so before we talked about the situations with Hillary's health. And I had said to you, some of my law enforcement sources had seen certain things. And then you said nothing more on air, in my opinion, than other people were saying.
Well, no. Here's how it actually happened. Here's what happened. The night before, I was on Don Lemon's show, and he goes, "Let's talk about Donald Trump's mental health." Right. And I went, "Okay, let me do an assessment." I did about 10 minutes on, and I was saying, I don't know if that's good or bad, but here's what I observe, and it looks like many businessmen, hypomania, and maybe some narcissism, this kind of stuff. And okay, that's a lot of businessmen are that way. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm not passing judgment on it, but I'm doing a 30,000-foot assessment on somebody I don't know. Next day, my radio general manager goes, or program director goes, "Hey, condense that to 30 seconds and do that for our website." And I went, "All right." Sat down, did it. And as I was standing up, he goes, "Hey, you got 30 seconds with Hillary too? Maybe you ought to do that." And I said, "Well, they just released her medical records. Her doctors just released her. They released a formal description of her medical history." And I said, "I'm very concerned about some of the choices her doctors are making." I didn't say anything about her being.
That's right. You did. That's what you said.
In harm's way. Well, in harm's way because of the doctors. But the choices, I was being critical as a peer of some of the things they were doing, and I still have some concerns. But
one of the things I remember you saying is that you just, and I thought it was a very sound and professional medical observation. You commented that some of the medications were old-fashioned. And they were
old-fashioned, and they might be causing some of the problems that they were then treating. And it was just, it didn't look right to me. And she'd had a midbrain stroke, and she had intranuclear ophthalmoplegia, and she had a transverse sinus thrombosis. That's a really unusual and really serious problem. Sure. And no one was sort of speaking about that, and her physicians were sort of. They were dealing with it as a serious thing, but they were dealing with it in a way that was I didn't seem sophisticated to me, and so I just said that, and by the way, her medical team responded to almost everything I put out there as though they were interrogatories. They responded to them, and it's like, good, thank you.
It was odd, but your observation was really sound. I think.
Yes, I know it sounded. It's my medical opinion. It's based on a medical record about a patient.
Yeah, and you did always
I'm entitled to it.
Right, and you caveated it. I do remember this. You caveated it with, "Hey, I'm just worried that a woman who has access to the medical care she has isn't getting the best medical care."
Not only that, what I saw is something I see with important people all the time. That's my eye told me might be going on, which is the doctors are so sort of turned on by taking care of important and celebrities and powerful people. They kind of let the patient call the shots a little bit, or they just use their normal judgment. They're not objective. And I think that was, and I've been certain, later documents have shown that my instincts were right on that.
No, they were. And so in the final analysis, was that what caused the departure from HLN? Is that what spooked?
Not at all. Not at all. That's the other thing. That's the craziness. And we'd already decided to stop the show. And
That's what I thought, right.
And I told them I'd be happy to go public and say, "Hey, these two things were not related." Shut up. Just shut up. Just go away. And I was like, okay.
If you like this content, please subscribe to our premium service at www.therebel.media/shows. Definitely check out my new longer off-the-cuff declassified right here on The Rebel. And as important, go to the App Store and download the Rebel app. It is absolutely awesome. Much more efficient and easy way to get all of our great content. I use it myself every day. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with you tomorrow.